What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Monday, coming off another great night with the plays. First off, Anthony Davis, our stud, was absolutely going off against the Celtics. Celtics kind of forgot how to score in the fourth quarter, put up like 9 points in that quarter. So the Pelicans got up big and they pulled Anthony Davis with 3 minutes to go. Still finished with 57 DraftKings points. Would have got 60 plus if that game didn't get ugly there. He was absolutely killing the Celtics with just like jump shots, lob passes, layups, you name it, he was doing it. Tobias Harris, though, let us down. Lou Williams carried the load for the Clippers, but from there on out, we had some great plays. CJ McCollum returning 5 times value, a nice good play. Jeff Teague, though, absolutely went off, had 52 DraftKings points. It's only 5,900. Great value out of him. Then Aminu on the Blazers with almost 10 times value as well, hitting threes, getting rebounds, getting assists, steals like I mentioned. So a great play there. Jeff Teague and Amino really carried my lineups. Then alongside Anthony Davis and McCollum. So it was a great night with the plays again, coming off another great night with plays. That's like 3 of the last 4 nights. We've had some good calls there. So let's try to keep the fire going here. But before we get going, drop a like in the video. I would greatly appreciate that so we can keep these videos coming for you guys. My Money 6 favorite 6 guys. I got 5 main core guys to throw in, then a very cheap guy that can return a lot of value. So definitely subscribe if you are new here. We're less than 80 subscribers away until I host that GPP tournament. So subscribe if you want to be a part of that. I'll be adding my own money into the prize pool. So let's just get into it. I'm going to go with Giannis at the top here. 10,800. We know the Cavs struggle a lot against the small forward, power forward role this year. And Giannis, he's averaging 60 DraftKings points in 3 games against them, shooting a godly 68% from the field. Also averaging 10 rebounds, so 33 and 10 in these 3 games. I think he's in for another big game here. It should be one of the higher scoring games of the night, and he's been going off recently, 72 and 68 DraftKings points the last 2 games. So Milwaukee needs to keep on winning here to keep their spot in the playoffs. So I like Giannis here a lot against Cleveland. A good spot, like I mentioned, and the Cavs just have no rim protector, so Giannis should be able to score at a will in this game. 10,800 should get, honestly, 60 plus DraftKings points in this game, so lock him in there. I'm going to go with Andre Drummond next up. Another guy in a great matchup at 8,900. Seems a little bit underpriced against Sacramento. He dropped 54 DraftKings points against them earlier this year. I think he's in for another 50-point outing here in this game. He's dropped over 50 the last 2 games, and worse matchups against Portland and Denver. So with this cakewalk here of a matchup, I think he's going to get it done here. Andre Drummond, easily a double-double and more. You can definitely get some blocks and steals as well. So Andre Drummond, lock him in there. Going against the worst defensive teams against centers. And then you got Andre Drummond to recipe for success. So for my third guy, currently questionable. So I'll have to update this on Twitter at MoneyWebby if he doesn't play. But if Larry Nance is a go and he's 100% in this game against Milwaukee, I think he's going to have a big game. We know that Milwaukee struggles a lot against centers as well. And Larry Nance, he was balling out before he got hurt in these games, like against the Clips, the Nugs, and the Detroit Pistons. 35 plus in all those games, a double-double machine. So I think he'll get a double-double here if he's back in the lineup, doing his normal things, getting around 30 plus minutes. So a great play here at 6,300. Should be good for at least 5 times value in this high-scoring, up-paced game. So Larry Nance Jr., lock him in there. And for my fourth guy, Denzel Valentine, coming off a huge game, up to 5,700. But this guy should be the number 1 scorer in this lineup with Chris Dunn out. You got Zach LaVine out. So Valentine, it's this time to show what he's got. Against the Cavs, he went absolutely off with 57 DraftKings points. Caught fire from 3 the last 2 games. He's just shooting fire from the 3-point line. 5 and 8 threes the last 2 games. So I think we'll keep it going here against the Knicks. Not a great defensive team. Valentine, he shot pretty well against them this year. 48% from the field, 38% from 3. And with the more minutes coming his way and the more usage, great for DraftKings points. He can still get rebounds and assists as well. So he should be able to return value here. I think he's going to get 30 plus DraftKings points. And he still has that crazy upside with around 40 plus DraftKings points if he does catch fire, like 20 shots in the last game. Great to see there. Played 39 minutes, so I think Valentine should be good for 30-plus minutes and 10-plus shots at 5,700. Definitely a good price. So Valentine, lock him in there. And for my fifth guy, we're going to go with Quinn Cook, a guy that really made me look smart last game, dropping 44 DraftKings points at only 3,400. His price jumped up to 4,500, but he's still going to be getting a lot of minutes and need him to score in this game to keep the Golden State in the game because they're really down on scores. And him and Swaggy P are their go-to guys right now. But Swaggy P, he's a really tough matchup going against the San Antonio shooting guards. They've been defending the shooting guards very well this year with Danny Green. Patty Mills doing his thing as well in the defensive end. So I think Quinn Cook could be one of the go-to guys here, honestly, in this offense. He's shot over 10 shots the last 3 games. And with him getting 40 minutes the last 2 games, insane stuff because he could just back himself into 5 times value here. He's been active on the defensive end as well with 2 and 3 steals. So I think he'll get around 25-plus DraftKings points. The Warriors' offense just sets up these 3-point shooters for success. And Quinn Cook, similar guy in that facet. So I think he'll get it done here. So lock him in. 4,600 remaining per player. You got Cook, Valentine, Giannis, Larry Nance, and Andre Drummond. All those guys have tremendous upside on their price tag. And for my Dollar Tree play of the day, my lottery pick, Jeremy Lamb at 4,200. He's probably going to be pretty chalky with Nick Batum out of this game, so that means Lamb should bump into the starting lineup, and even if he doesn't, he'll probably get around like 30-plus minutes off the bench. So against Philly here, one of the better spots to attack them is definitely at that shooting guard role. They defend the point guards very well. So I think Lamb and Dwight Howard, honestly, will be the guys that kind of return the most value on this team. 4,200, way too cheap of a price tag. And when he gets good minutes, like when we saw Batum out earlier this year, Lamb was putting up some big games. When he gets around 30 minutes, he's able to return value against Chicago. Most recently is when he got the most minutes, 27 minutes, and returned 24 DraftKings points. So 30-plus minutes. He's a good shooter when he gets that run. He can definitely catch fire. Similar to Denzel Valentine, kind of streaky, but I think he should be safe for the production. With that 30 minutes, he can get some more rebounds. Batum, he carries so much stats in his role. He's a rebounder, a passer. So Lamb will try his best to fill that void and get the DraftKings points for us at 4,200. Too cheap of a price considering that bump into the starting minutes role. So Lamb, he's going to be chalky. Maybe avoid him in GPP if you want to avoid that shock and just hope that he blows up in my face. But Jeremy Lamb, lock him in there. And that gets you up to 4,800 remaining per player. Another guy that's kind of very cheap is Antonio Blakeney. I mentioned him on Twitter last game. 18 DraftKings points in that one. His minutes have been trending up. Like we know the Bulls, they're tanking and they want to see what this Blakeney guy has. And his shot totals have been going up. 14 shots in his last game. Wasn't able to hit anything, and the Bulls still kept him in the game. So they really want to see what he has. 3,200 seems very cheap against a New York team that doesn't play much defense. So that was another guy I was considering recommending. Figured I'd mention him if you want to consider him as well as a cheap price tag at 3,200. Allows you to pay up for those studs. So that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like on the video if you did. We'll try to get 100+ likes yet again. Thank you so much. It really helps out the videos. And subscribe if you are new here. You can turn notifications on, hitting that bell icon to get alerted every time I upload. Wish you guys the best of luck. 8-game slate should be a good one. I love these size slates. I love all these plays. We'll try to keep it going here tonight. Wish you guys luck. Monday sucked, but making money is pretty nice. So let's try to make some money here tonight at DraftKings. Good luck tonight, guys, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.